Hey everybody, welcome back to Is It a Buy, where we talk about stocks and try to determine if they are worth the buy or maybe a pass. My name is Corey. I'd just like to preface the video by saying I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy who likes to talk about stocks, so please take what I say with a grain of salt. All right, let's get into the day. Welcome everybody. Happy to be here. Hope everybody's doing well. Good day, good day. A lot of good things going on, guys. A lot of good things going on. Absolutely. Let's see what's going on. Then I'll say hi to the chat, and we'll see what happened today, guys. We'll see what is going on. So AMC, AMC did exactly what I kind of sounded pre-recorded. No, it's not pre-recorded, guys. This is my it's been, yep. Diamond, you made mod, my friend. Guys, I'm just making some people, just making a few mods, just in the chat, just making some just decisions, just so we can have some moderation on my comments on my chat. The people who are mods, you know, are the ones that just currently are standing out to me. If you're not a mod, please don't feel offended or anything. It's just something that I'm currently doing. So just trying to get a little more organized as the channel grows. I want to make sure I'm taking the proper steps to make sure it grows nice and neatly. All right. So let's see. So AMC, basically exactly what I predicted, right? I predicted we were basically going to have a sideways day, which I'll take. I'm more than happy with, as you guys know. Very, very happy with that. Thank you, Lee. Yes, I appreciate it. Yeah, guys, and you'll see. You guys can recognize the spam instantly. So, and I'll probably talk to the mods later. Maybe I'll send you a message in the Discord or something, and we'll kind of go over just stuff I'm looking for. Grant, what's up, my friend? The OG, super offended. No, Eddie. No, Eddie. I appreciate you too, my friend. So yeah, AMC just kind of trading sideways, not up or down at all in the after hours, just kind of chilling. And so that's that. So let's take a look at GameStop. GameStop, something similar, down 4.33% in the app during the day, but really not too crazy about it. I think it's going to be okay. No worries at all. So NASCAR, what story are you talking about, my friend? A crazy story. So and up 0.38% in the after hours. Still feeling good, feeling very, very good about my position. Not worried one little bit, and I feel I'm good. No worries at all. So this is, and that is what it is. I'm sure you guys noticed Matt Kors is already back. Holy smokes. I wonder if he was caught up in that algorithm thing that I was talking about earlier. That could definitely have been it, but hard to really tell. Hard to tell exactly what happened, but we shall see. Oh, I got you. All right, Diamond. Yeah, no worries, my friend. Basically, I was just gonna say to the mods, you know, unless someone is being spamming or, you know, like excessively spamming or legitimately like offensive or something like that, I usually let it. If they say, hey, you're not very good, I don't care. I'm not trying to censor anybody with that kind of stuff, but no worries. Eric, same thing with me. Eric says, I'm surprised with the price action on GameStop with Ryan Cohen as chairman. And I was very surprised as well. You know, we did see this little jump here, but I could tell immediately. I mean, I can't recall if you were here this morning, but this morning I kind of said like the same thing. I was very, very surprised what was happening because of what happened. Oh, Johnson says no way, he sent an appeal and they denied him. Oh, that's true. So yeah, I wonder what did happen with Matt Kors. I wonder if he addressed it. If anyone knows, let me know. So anyways, yeah, so I was very surprised whenever it did not like skyrocket. If you guys remember when it was at $50 or whatever, the who was it, the CFO or something stepped down and the price just skyrocketed. It was like the most offensive thing, I think. If you're that I think it was the CFO that stepped down. It was something funny like that, but anyways, Yeah. So I thought that was super interesting. But yeah, so thank goodness, good old Matt Kors is back. I was so worried for that guy. Damon, yes, I did see Trey's interview with Jordan Belfort, the Wolf of Wall Street, and it was interesting, and what I appreciate about it is him just being honest. I'm sure he's been following everything, and for him to take such an unpopular opinion with it, I thought was pretty interesting with what is going on. I thought it was very interesting that he said that. I have seen some interesting speculative articles, some very tinfoil hat articles, and I felt like it was interesting because they said whenever he said he purchased an Aston Martin car or whatever, everyone was like, oh, Aston Martin car is AMC. And I was like, oh, okay. It maybe it was, and they speculated that that's why it was delayed. I mean, a bunch of weird stuff. But either way, I thought it was interesting for him to come on. I'm curious how Trey feels about it, because remember, Trey did have to pay, I think it was $10,000 for him to come on. So I'm sure Trey was. I'm curious how he feels about it. In his tweet, he did say that it was some of the best information he ever heard. There were some good pieces of information, and so that's that. If you were listening to it for confirmation bias, it probably wasn't exactly what you wanted to hear, but it's okay. I didn't think that interview was that bad, and people gave Trey heat for that. I feel bad for Trey. Yeah, I mean, here's the deal. Like, it's so hard. Like, for example, if you guys give me a stock, right? If you guys give me a stock, I have to. You were mentioned on Andrew Money about the short everything. Oh, that's pretty cool. Wow, I guess Andrew. You never know who knows who you are. You know what I mean? So like, I didn't know Andrew knew who I was. I don't know if Trey knows. Oh, I think Trey does know who I am because he's mentioned me a few times. But, interesting. I hope it was good stuff that Andrew was saying. Hopefully Andrew is rooting for me. But anyways. It's so hard because, like, let's say you guys give me a super chat or something, and it was like a couple bucks or whatever, and you're like, Corey, what do you think about the stock? I just try to be as honest as possible. You know what I mean? Okay, and this is where Data Dash is out of here. So this is where, like, it gets a little tricky, especially with the Jordan Belfort thing. Like, if you guys give me a donation for a super chat, I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm going to say, hey, here's what I think, but of course, take what I say with a grain of salt, and that's that. Say what you want to say. Now, imagine paying $10,000 and, he's not exactly telling you what you want to hear. He's just telling you how he personally feels. And from what I saw about some of the things, like Jordan Belfort has to, comply with certain things with the SEC. I don't know if this is true or anything, but it is what it is. I'm really not putting too much weight in it. I do appreciate some of the things he said, especially about Bitcoin. I felt like that was a super interesting way that he approached it and stuff. I do not have Ortex. I've been thinking about getting Ortex. Lee or Diamond, can you guys take care of Data Dash? I just want to make sure it works for you guys. Obviously, I hope no one's freaking clicking on that, but just in case someone is trying to get rich quick. But anyways, yeah, so that's my opinion. I mean, here's the deal. If you didn't like what he had to say, then don't listen to him. If you don't agree with him, then don't worry about it. What's up, Trody? Welcome. Just get back to the beginning of the chat really quick. I want to say hi to what's up, Johnson? What's up, Moobaloo? What's up, Michelle? What's up, Grant? NASCAR. It's cool seeing the old names and the new names, like the people who are joining in. I appreciate everyone saying hi. If you're new here, or you're old here, or you're a lurker, be sure to say yeah, I'm waiting for Olive too. Olive is going to be on the list. If you're new here and you're kind of a lurker, don't be afraid to say hi. Don't be afraid to say hi. I love to see who's here, even if you lurk. I'm kind of a quiet lurker myself, so I'd love to see who's in here all the time, and just so I can recognize your names. But anyways, so I actually didn't see that. I did not see that Trey hasn't been sleeping well and stuff. Hopefully Trey's doing okay. Here's the deal. It's hard. I wonder how his video did. Let me see if I can actually pull it up here. Matt Kors I was looking for earlier this morning. Trey's trades. I'm curious to know. Oh, response to Wolf of Wall Street. What I want to know is, oh crap. This was what I was curious about. This is a lot more dislikes than Trey was really planning on, I'm sure. Especially with how much he spent, how much he was doing, how much he was working on it. So yeah. Mo, you're I'm sorry, Mo. Don't take it personally, my friend. Hey, thank you guys for saying hi. I appreciate that. Let's see. Oh, I love this. This is cool. Thanks, guys. Jesse, hello, bro. As backpack. Cat. Hi. Hey, Gorilla Gang. Let's see. DB Borman. Joe Ponix. Connor Cobb. Appreciate it, guys. Man, Daniel, Seth, Dronoid, Derek, Joponix. Hey, thank you guys for saying hi. I know it's a little it's a little weird to say hi to somebody, but I appreciate it. I want to see your guys' name. I want to see who's here, especially if you're here all the time. I appreciate all the support, and I want to be able to recognize who's been here from the beginning, who's been supporting me. Just down the line, I'll remember your name. Little things like that. Florix has a quick question. What is the difference between if we force the squeeze or if the hedge funds get called before that? So that's actually a great question. And that's something we haven't talked about in a while. And that may have kind of slipped away. So in my opinion, I don't know if we will be able to force the squeeze. And what I mean by that is I don't know if there's anything else that can really force it. The only thing that I think could force it is if there was a news catalyst that really, really, really drove people to the stocks, to AMC and Gamestop and any other heavily shorted stock. And unless we got that kind of what is it called? Hold on, unless we got that kind of catalyst, I don't know if we could force it personally. And hopefully I'm wrong, maybe I'm wrong, but it seems like they're just figuring out ways to delay it. If you saw my the DD from this morning, I did notice that it's just like they can just delay it forever, infinitely, it seems. And it's freaking lame. So I don't know if we can force it, but I think the SEC, DTCC, all these guys will be able to force it. And I think they'll be able to force those hedge funds to cover by doing the rules. I haven't checked on the rules yet today, actually, so hopefully I haven't missed anything, but DTCC filings. Okay, excuse me. Nothing new. Actually, we do have this one. What is this? Okay, so there is something new here. So I'm going to have to take a look. I'll probably release a video tonight about this because I do want to take a look at exactly what this is, because this is a new one. So video coming out tonight about that, because this is going to be pretty cool. But yeah, so where was I? Let's go back here for a sec. I saw a question is, what is a margin call? So that's a good question. A margin call, let me see if there's an easy definition. Let's see if I like the definition. I like the ones from Investopedia. Great. They usually are super simple. Let's see. A margin call occurs when a margin account runs out of low on funds. Margin calls are demand for additional capital or securities to bring a margin account up to minimum margin maintenance. So anyways, I don't really like that definition. I think I can explain it just a little easier. And so a margin call is, let's say you have a margin account. So you do have to apply for, I think you have to apply for a margin account or agree to trading a margin account. You don't just have a margin account. But a margin account is essentially you can trade on some margin, which is kind of like think of it as almost like a loan that you can trade with, okay? But you have to make sure that you are trading. There's a few different ways to trade margin, but essentially what happens is, if let's say you put money in a stock and the stock goes down, you may get a margin call saying, hey, you actually don't have enough liquidity, like it's kind of a risky trade for you to stay in this, and we want to make sure we're going to be able to get paid, so you're going to have to put some more money in your account, or we're going to liquidate your option, or we're going to liquidate your shares. And so that's essentially how a margin call could work. And so hopefully that's a pretty easy explanation. Hopefully that helps you understand a little bit better. Japonics, your DD videos with the authors are top notch. Make it easy. It makes it easier for us smooth brains to understand versus just reading them. Hey, thank you so much for saying that, Japonics, because that's the point of them. I not only do I want to give these guys a platform, guys, they're doing the work. Like, they're working so hard on these DDs. If you've ever tried to write one of these DDs or something, it's hard. And even to get it published, I mean, if anybody's ever tried to publish even a meme or anything on Wall Street Bets, it's basically impossible. So anything that is published, you know, I appreciate these guys taking the time. And I think the more information that is put out there, the more people can kind of build off of that, build that foundation and keep finding more things. And I think it's important. Hey, what's up, Manny? So that's why I like to do that. And personally, man, you know, I see these DDs and even I like have a hard time understanding and reading them. I guess my brain is a little too smooth, but I see these articles and it's like, okay, this looks like great information. The comments are fantastic, but I don't understand what's happening. So, and sometimes I don't want to read it, stuff like that. So I think it's, I think those are helpful. I'm trying to figure out the right kind of, what is it called? Like structure for them. Cause I feel like some of them still is a little bit too, maybe too long and a little too complex. So I'm trying to ask a little more questions and maybe give a summarize what they just said. So I'm still trying to figure out the perfect way to do it, but thank you for that feedback. I'm still fine tuning it, but I like where they are now, but I think they could be a little bit better. Okay, Troy says, I did it. I bought 100 more shares of AMC to bring me a total of 9,000 shares. Holy smokes. Troy, congratulations. That's insane. Rocky says, are you rooting for Root? So I haven't really taken a position in Root. I will say that I really like the company as a whole. I personally use Root Insurance and I think it's fantastic. It's so easy. It's so cheap. It is such a good, it's, you know, and granted, I don't think I've ever had a claim with them. So I don't know if I might've had a claim with them and it might've been super easy, but I can't recall. But Root is an insurance company and it's actually very cool. I'll walk you through my experience with it. And I think it's going to be a great stock because if you try, I have a link in the description if you want to like sign up and you can actually go through the process without switching insurances and you can just kind of see what the process is like and how easy it is to use. What is the color of your shirt? You know, it's so hard to tell. I think these are dark blue stripes. I don't think they're black stripes. I think they're dark blue stripes and like, you know, this reddish color. There you go. Anyways, so my experience with Root, I'll just walk you through it really quick and why I think it's so fantastic. So first of all, you don't need to talk to a single person. You download the app. And again, I do have a link in the description and I think we both get like a good discount off the insurance if you use it. And I think you just have to get a quote. I don't know. But anyways, I like it. So you download the app and then what happens is it monitors you. So you drive for X amount of time, you know, I think it's like a week or something, and it sees how fast, if you go the speed limit, if you turn too hard, if you brake too fast, if you know, everything. It really monitors everything you do in the car. And then it says, and then after one day, you'll randomly get a notification saying, hey, your insurance is ready. And the insurance quote that they gave me was literally 50% off what I was paying. I was paying $80 for insurance because I just get the cheapest liability or whatever. And it was literally $40 for the insurance. And on top of that, if you pay for it in the full 6-month increment, you get, I think, like an additional percentage off. I don't know what the percentage was off, maybe 10%, maybe 30% off if you pay for the whole 6 months in one lump sum. So it was it was even cheaper. So it became like $36 or something. I think it was something like that, but I really like it. And every 6 months they say, hey, time to re-up. And I say, okay, great. They send it. They already have my insurance card sent to me in the mail. It is fantastic. I love Root Insurance and I will, I'd support them. I support them for free. That's my personal code. They're not telling me to say this stuff. I just so happen to have worked with them and holy smokes, it was fantastic. But yes, I do like the company. Let's see how they look on the 1 month, or let's look at the 3 month actually, because yeah, this is the kind of stuff we've been seeing. So if we go to the 6 month, we'll probably see, oh, interesting. A lot of these stocks we're seeing a run up and then a run down. We're seeing the opposite here. How have they looked over the 1 year? Oh, okay. So they IPO'd back here. So they IPO'd toward the end. So let's say October, basically November, because it was the end of October. And so kind of going down. And this is stuff that we've seen whenever it comes to IPOs. No, it's $40 per month for 6 months. Sorry. Just to clear that up. Thank you for asking, NASCAR. Yeah. So it was like $40 per month for 6 months. And then if you pay all that in one lump sum, you get an additional discount. And it was great. It's been fantastic. No complaints. Not a single complaint. Oh, it's funny because okay. So this person says, reading 7 hours with a monotone voice, and I assume that she's talking about a YouTuber, and I just laughed. So I thought that was funny. I don't know why. So this is good. So Lee says Root quoted me $100 more. Is it per month? I think than State Farm did for me. So I guess Root wasn't the cheapest for you, which is interesting because it was for me. So interesting. Okay. So let's see. Not looking the best. Let's see let's see their financials annually. I don't know why we're not seeing gross profit here, but they have been spending a lot on advertising, which is not a bad thing. Institutional ownership 20%, which actually isn't so bad considering they IPO'd less than like 6 months ago. So I do like this. I do like that. But anyways, personally, I do like Root. I don't have a position, but you know what? I may consider taking a position. I don't know if this is necessarily the bottom, but I'm not sure if I would take a position personally, if like I will be taking a position, but I really, really, really like the company, and maybe I should take it because I like it so much. Oh, I'm 36 with 3 kids. Okay, that makes sense, Lee. That could be it, my friend. And so that's that. Take a look if there's any more movement in the after hours. No, up 39.39, down 0.50%. So really no movement at all in my personal opinion. I do like to see the top gainers and losers for the day. See if anything interesting popped up here. Nothing I really don't think I really recognize. See any losers that I recognize. U-Time. Wasn't U-Time just one of the biggest gainers a few days ago? I'm going to take a look really quick. UAMI is on here for one of the biggest losers. TCAT, oh boy. And I want to take a look at U-Time, see what this chart's been doing. Let's look at the 5-day. Let's look at the 1 month. Oh, okay. So they're relatively new. And they've just been super volatile. Wait a second. They went from $11 to $100 in a day. Holy smokes. What? Not bad. That was an IPO. That's not bad of an IPO. Ooh, this is interesting. So Starfish says, I got out of Carnival. They are having so much trouble with the CDC that people are saying to move. People are saying they move to another country to base ports. Ooh, very interesting. And so this is something I didn't expect that, but I was a little cautious. I was exercising caution on these cruise lines because of everything going on with COVID. They are trying to launch, they are trying to leave port and yada yada yada, but I did not anticipate, I guess trouble with the CDC is along the same lines. But yeah, so how is their I think it's CCL is their ticker. Let's look at their 6 month. And hey, been coming up on the 6 month, so not really much of a drop so far. They may have a little drop to probably like $25-26, but probably nothing too crazy. What I am afraid of though is if there would be a correction on these stocks, and then we can take a look at these stocks in the 5-year, and I like it. Like I like their chart. My only concern is they would have a what is that called? Some kind of retracement, pull back a little bit before then, especially if they're not able to leave port. If they don't leave port, they're going to have some trouble. And if the if the CDC isn't allowing them to leave port, if they don't have a firm date, that's going to make the stock a little more volatile. But I will say that this is one of those times where these people right here are purchasing without a news catalyst. So this is just natural momentum for the stock of people trying to get in a play. And I think that if these guys get a positive news catalyst, I think you'll see a nice little run for the stock. Because right now they haven't announced, I don't think they've announced if they're going bankrupt or not, and they haven't announced officially, I guess, if they're leaving port. I thought they were trying to leave port on June, or is it May 5th or June 5th? One of these days I thought they were trying to leave port on their first cruise, but and I think it was going to be a vaccine only cruise or something. I can't recall, but yeah, I think whenever they get a positive news catalyst, the stock is going to skyrocket. So, people are out there like wanting to not buy you don't want to buy the hype. You want to be in it before the hype. And so just keep that in mind. If this is a stock that you're interested in, not financial advice, but could be a good decision for you. Oh gosh. Some things you can't read. So I think there's a Viac. Okay. See, this one is one I'm very interested in. I'm very, very interested in because this stock is just going nuts. Let's see what this time frame was. 6 months. Yeah, so this is over 6 months. Huge run up. Crazy retracement, but this was part of I believe this was part of the Archegos, they had to liquidate their shares. And I can't believe it's not like this. And I haven't done enough research on the stock, but I don't feel like this stock is like bad all of a sudden. They had to liquidate their positions. Like Archegos was forced through like a margin call essentially to liquidate their positions, but that doesn't mean the stock is bad. So I'm just so confused as to why this one didn't recover, right? But if you look at this one, it's via B right here. Is it via B? No, see, this one's like delisted, I think. Is it via A? Dude. Excuse me. What is it? Via, oh my gosh, I clicked the wrong one. Via B? Okay, never mind. I don't know. I guess I can't find it. Anyways, I was hoping that this stock is going to recover. This stock might actually, disc B. Oh my gosh, thank you, NASCAR. Thank you. Yes, this is what I was anticipating was going to happen with the other stock. I thought, and this is a similar thing, right? It ran down for a few days and it had a huge skyrocket. And granted, it retraced all the way back to where it was previously. But, hopefully but I don't know. It depends how diamond your hands were. And they don't always need to be so diamond. Wasn't other like Discover? Oh, okay. So maybe I'm confused. So this one was, so why did this one go down? Was this one not liquidated? Maybe I'm confused. That might be my mistake, but I thought that it did that. So we'll see. Let me take a sip of this this tea. Delicious. Okay, well, I'm confused. Sorry about that. Let's see. Mohammed says, hey, I got a couple of questions regarding GME, if you don't mind. Today it was announced that Ryan Cohen will be chairman for GME on June 8th, I think. I think it was June 9th because it was 6-9. Because everyone was making a meme about 6-9. Is that the only catalyst that we're waiting on? So I personally don't think that's the only catalyst. I am personally waiting for these DTCC filings to go into effect. Even then, I don't want us to, again, I don't want us to be stuck to these kinds of dates. It's just unsweet tea from Chick-fil-A, the good stuff. I don't want us to be stuck to these filings dates, okay? If it gets filed in the same day, it doesn't squeeze, I don't want us to be up in arms. First of all, there could be a small buffer for it to be, so it could go into effect and it'll say like in 2 weeks, this is what's going to happen. Or it could also be something like, or remember, they also have to say, okay, well, hey, this is now enabled, but they still have to enact it and say, okay, we're now going to look at you, Citadel. We're now going to look at you, so-and-so. I do think that they're probably going to try to use it as soon as possible because of the seriousness of it. But just things to keep in mind. I wouldn't be up in arms if it doesn't happen immediately. So I just wanted to put that out there. Let's see. Squeezing says Trey was on Andrew's chat today. The four Hodelman has a private Discord to talk to one another. I'm not invited to the Discord, so that's unfortunate. But no worries. Let's see. Brando says, can you explain whether to sell or exercise a call? That's the only issue I'm having. Please and thank you. Brando, great question. I feel like most people typically sell their contracts. And the reason why is because, you can just get the money, be done with it, especially if you don't want to purchase the extra shares, or you don't have the money to purchase the extra shares. So you could just sell it. I've heard of people, purchasing the call to average down, la-di-da. And so there's a few different options there. I typically sell my contracts. I sell my contracts and I just take my money and I'm good. I don't have to worry about anything unless I really wanted to be in the company. Then I would just sell my contracts. And so, but it really is your preference. I think typically most people do just sell the contracts. So hopefully that helps a little bit. Starfish says they're supposed to announce, I think like 8 board members. Oh, okay. Another question, please, about the rules that you talked about before. Are the catalysts to be processed, or are we waiting for another rule? So personally, I think that 801 is really the big one, just because of those margin calls. Like that, if they're able to do the margin call and force these guys to cover their positions, then that'll be great, right? Remember, right now they can see their positions. They can see what they're doing. So I don't know how that's not scaring people into making a move. There's a lot of things that unfortunately I can't give you a solid answer, but currently they're supposed to be able to see their positions, and then they can force the margin call. A lot of these other things that are being passed. I gave this example in the video, I think last night, was the structure. Right now, they're basically structuring everything. Think of it as like a big city, right? And it seems like they're structuring it to like these hedge funds. Think of each building as like a hedge fund or whatever, to fall straight down, rather than like grabbing a bunch of stuff and like bringing people down with them. They're trying to contain it as much as possible, and that's kind of how I see all these filings that are coming about, that they're just trying to keep everything as structured as possible, so that whenever the hedge funds fall, they're not bringing other people down with them, because they're afraid it could trickle into these other hedge funds and there could be a big danger, yada yada. But I think something to think about. But yeah, so I'm just mostly waiting for that. Lee says, I believe the 801 doesn't go into effect until the 803 is passed. Okay, well, there you go then. GME to the moon, holding since February. Diamond hands. Yeah, same. I've been holding. I've been holding since early January, before it had that gamma squeeze. So as you can imagine, I was on top of the world, and then I rode it all the way down. And then I'm still cool. I'm still happy. But Ramsey says, I hate Jordan Belfort now after taking the 10K from the 23-year-old man. Yeah, some speculation about, you know, what exactly happened, but it's who knows, you know, who knows exactly what happened. But I think that hopefully Trey's happy with his decision. I think it'll be cool. Hey, what's up, Alfred? Welcome, my friend. I went buck wild on options. Be low on options. No problem, Brendo. Michelle, I should be in the huddle chat. I don't know. We need a 5. You know, what's the 5 people? Got news today. Unemployment. Was going to be fired. Get back. Oh, Rocky, nice. Rocky's getting back pay. Up to 9K in profits. Still holding diamond hands, baby. Do you think call options that expire by the end of May are a good play? So actually, we were looking at options the other day, and it, guys, I just want to actually just, what is the word I'm looking for? I want to exercise extreme caution. Guys, I lost the word I was trying to say. But anyways, he couldn't say much. You saw him crying after? I don't know what's going on. But anyways, I think that options. So we were looking at options, and I just want to, you know, let you guys, just tell you guys to be very cautious with options. Options are no joke if you're not familiar with trading them. Especially GameStop and AMC options are a little scary, especially so close in the money, okay? So as far as April options, you know, here's the thing about it. You know, how far are you going to go out in the money? Because if you're going April, you know, let's say you say, I mean, tomorrow, they're pretty cheap if you go out of the money. And even then, you know, $89, but that's if you're anticipating it's going to go up, you know, $50 or whatever, or I guess here would be $50 by this time. So just be careful about that. Now, the AMC options are, you know, again, they're cheaper. It depends which way they're going to move. But hey, you know what? This option could pay. And you can look at the graph. You can see the break-even price is going to be $10.16. And look, you can make some money here if it goes above this $10.16 price. Okay. Oh, Jesse, congratulations. Jesse just became a grandfather for the first time. It's a boy. Congratulations, buddy. That's so cool. Man, that's awesome. Very cool. Mocha says, hey man, I appreciate all of your videos, content you provide. There's definitely more value than some of the other YouTubers, so thank you. Hey, no problem, Mocha. Just do my best, you know, do my best. So yes, as far as the options go, I don't even know who asked me this question. Oh, it was Mohammed. So yeah, Mohammed, so that's what's going on. So I just be a little cautious. Now, if you want to go a little further, personally, here's how I like to play options. I like to play them a little further down the line. So let's say you feel the squeeze is 100%, let's say in your personal opinion, you feel the squeeze is going to 100% happen by September. You could say, okay, September, I want this $40 strike. It's going to cost a little more because it's going to cost $68, right? And your break even is going to be 40.68. So if it goes above that, so now what you can say, and look how much money you can make. You know, there's a lot of money to be made here. Let's say it goes to $50, right? You will make $1,000 basically per contract that you have. So, you know, 60, let's say you want to spend $1,000, you know, a thousand, imagine how many you can buy with this. What would that, let's say it was $50, you could buy, 20 contracts. I think you could buy if this was $50. So, you know, 20 times 1,000 is, it's $20,000. You can make a lot of money with this kind of stuff. Okay. If it goes to $50, and this is all the way out in September. So you have a long time. So I do like these longer things, like these further. Hold on. I have to ban this person. Don't call that number. Oh my gosh. I don't know what people are doing. Sorry about that. So I like options, but personally, I play them further out of the time, out of the money. Okay. for just further out. And remember, you don't have to buy it that low. You can also buy it here. So if you think it'll 100% be above $10 by this time, remember, you're going to pay that premium, but your gain is unlimited. And you can go to the graph and keep in mind $10, but even then your strike price or your break even price is $13.05. Okay. And so what you have to do here is, and you can check this graph. Webull is so fantastic. You just go into graphs and you can see what you'll make. Hopefully, I don't know which other platforms do this, but I think it's pretty fantastic. What do you think about Andrew with the congressman interview? I haven't seen the congressman interviews very much, so I can't really say anything about what Andrew did with them. Hopefully he did a good job. It's a big deal for him to have them on, so I'm sure he probably did fine, but I really haven't seen it. If anyone has an opinion, feel free to let us know. My $10 options that I have, that expire tomorrow are getting clapped. Yeah, I mean, hey, maybe tomorrow we'll have a good day, and maybe it'll do fantastic for you. So we will have to see. Let's see. Starfish says, I think everyone needs to shut off option for them to borrow our shares. Didn't even know it was turned on for a while. Yeah, that's a good point, guys. If you guys haven't turned off the option to not allow whoever to borrow your shares, make sure you are you're doing that in your brokerage. There's a guide on Reddit, and it goes through all the brokerages on how to not allow the sharing of your shares. Like, they lend them out to other people, and so they say people not to do that. Mohammed says, do you think it's a good time to transfer my account to Webull now, since my portfolio is AMC and GME? Oh gosh, it's so hard to say because, everyone's scared to switch their account over, and then the squeeze starts happening, or the squeeze happens or whatever. And then that's that. So, hard to say. It's hard to say exactly. As far as it being in Robinhood, here's the deal. While I got out of Robinhood because of what they did, granted, and I want full transparency here, Webull did pause trading temporarily, because the CEO hopped right on the news instantly, and he said we were being forced by Apex, which is their clearinghouse, we were being forced to not allow the trading of these securities, and AMC and Gamestop were some of them. And he came on and he said, I'm absolutely 100% against this decision, yada yada yada, all this stuff. Okay, and that's what they did. So, Webull isn't perfect, but they said they were forced by their clearinghouse. Now, with that being said, from what I've seen, it seems like most everybody, and Robinhood especially, have said that they fixed their issue. And I don't want to get into, he said he had a liquidity issue, and then he said he didn't have a liquidity issue, and he said he was going to have a liquidity. It was just an absolute mess. Vlad did a terrible job of explaining what happened. And that's that. So yeah. Anyways, I wanted to, So yeah, people are just scared because, remember, let's say you trade and then you can't purchase your options anymore, and you want to exercise your option or trade your shares or sell your shares, you could be stuck. You could be stuck in the middle. So, actually, Starfish, I'm not sure if they paused buy and sell or just buy. I was not on Webull at that time. I was on Robinhood whenever I could only sell my shares. It was rough. I die when I'm down $30, and I hear people say they're down 20K. Man, you guys would be absolutely surprised to know what, man, yes, I understand. It's rough. I have Robinhood and Ameritrade. Yeah, I mean, I have Fidelity as well, and so it just kind of depends. Fidelity, I have a small theory about Fidelity that the reason they didn't pause trading was just because if you ever tried messing with Fidelity, they're just a little slower because they're so big. So they might have just been slow to the game, or maybe they really are solid and have a good base, but who knows? Let's see. Any thoughts on eyes? I haven't really been keeping up with eyes very much. And I did have someone ask me about Zomedica. We'll take a look at that one in a second, my friend. Is this EYES? Here we go. Let me close this one. So I really don't have like a specific opinion on eyes. I wonder if eyes just got big because of this crazy like move that happened. Let's see their institutional ownership. 7.29 institutional ownership. They do have Vanguard here. I don't see BlackRock. Financials. Let's see what their financials look like annually. Gross profit. Okay, so they're going backwards in their gross profit. Like I said, low institutional ownership. And again, this hasn't been updated recently. Man, this has been a long time since that was updated. Jeez. So I look into the institutional ownership. As far as if they found a bottom, looks like they may have found a bottom here. So, but I really don't know what they're going to be doing in the future. If they're going to have a good news catalyst, it could be pretty great. But I don't like and granted, I just don't like their financials. Maybe they're investing it elsewhere. I'm not really seeing anything that jumps out at me. But I'm really not. I don't think I have anything very good to say about this. I feel like people are hoping this happens again, and maybe this will happen again. Whether this was a squeeze or whatever happened, maybe it will happen again. But I'm personally not going to put my eggs in this basket. So that is my 2 cents, my friend. Somebody asked me about Zomedica. Hopefully you're still here, my friend. Let's see, Zomedica. So Zomedica is something we have looked at before, and taking a look here, it looks like we did break this level of support that I recently had. I do not like this entry point. I'm not sure if we really found a bottom, just because I don't really know if there are real levels of support here. On this left side, you can see there might be some levels of support, but with this breaking through, not really my favorite chart right now. Let's see what their financials look like. And for those of you who don't know what Zomedica does, they're pharmaceutical, and we can take a look here at their website really quick. And what are these guys doing? Biosensor platform. Okay, maybe we'll just read the description here. They do, is a development stage veterinary diagnostic and pharmaceutical company. The company makes products for animals, such as canine, feline, equine. Equine is horses, for anyone who may not know. By focusing on the needs of clinical veterinarians. So it's some cool stuff. I mean, hey, if they have a good product that's coming out, obviously it's hard for me to do a real deep dive while looking at this stuff. Institutional ownership is pretty low. That may have changed since this hasn't been updated since the end of last year. So there's that. Let's see what their annual profits look like. I'm not seeing anything here, but so not really seeing anything that gets me too excited about this company. I don't know what this is. In-clinic biosensor platform with immunoassay capabilities. So I don't know. I really don't know what this means. If they're able to do tests right there, on the spot, could be a pretty cool little thing right here. If they're able to say, do a blood draw and say, hey, like this is what's going on with your pet. We can treat it right now and blah, blah, blah. And that could help with business, and they can sell this to a bunch of things. Or if they get a, what is it called? Large contract for, I don't know if there's a veterinary chain, or let's say PetSmart buys this and they start offering services like that. That could be pretty great. But unless there's some kind of catalyst like that, and there might be in the future, that might just randomly happen. So you never really know. But not my favorite stock, but hey, could have some real potential if this is as easy as it looks, or as useful as it seems. And that's my opinion. Trey did a DD on Zom. Yeah, so I think Trey likes Zom, and that's fine. I'm more than happy for people to like a stock. I just don't want to, I'm here to be honest with you. I'm not here to tell you what you want to hear. Just in a very kind way. I just want you guys to, just and what my dream would for you to say, hey, Corey, you're wrong. Actually, Zomedica's incredible because they just got a huge partnership with the the government and blah 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 blah, and it's going to be great. So, you know, that'd be my dream, for you to say, no, you're wrong for this XYZ. They're going to be great, and they're going to be a $10 stock by the end of the year. That's what I would love to hear from you guys, you know. But just to do it kind of quickly, I'm seeing a lot of things that I don't personally like, and that's just my personal quick 2-second overview. Genius Sports. Let me check my friend. Genius Sports. Genius Sports. You have a ticker for me, my friend? I do not see that ticker. SWN. Energy. Nice chart. Let's look at their profile. See what these guys do. Okay, they're an independent energy company engaged in exploration, development, and production activities, including related markets of natural gas, oil, natural gas liquids, produced in its operations. Okay, so a bunch of cool stuff here. They do exploration. Okay, so a lot of gas and fuel and gas, oil, fossil fuel, stuff like that. Okay, so Genius Sports, I think he means GME. And so let's take a look. Institutional ownership, that's interesting, over 100%. Analysts seem to like it. The chart looking pretty solid. Looking at the 5-year, I was curious to see how they looked pre-pandemic. And so, okay, this is funny. So I'll tell you a story. This is why I didn't invest in GameStop originally. So I was going to invest in GameStop at the end of probably around the middle of 2020, right? When it was $2 or something, $2.50. And I was going to buy a bunch of shares, like $500 or $1,000 worth of shares. And I didn't, because this is what their chart looked like to me. And I was like, oh, I'm just concerned they're going to go bankrupt and stuff like that. And I missed out on a huge opportunity. And it was very unfortunate, obviously, because we know how that turned out. And so I will always remember my my blunder. So anyways, I'll never forget it. So this is why I didn't buy in. I just don't like this chart. And with this stock, I'm saying the same thing, you know. Now, it does look like they found a bottom, and maybe they'll reverse this. But, you know, what are they going to do to reverse this? I really don't know, especially with the uncertainty. I feel like a lot of people are trying to go into, yeah, I do see the institutional ownership. Now, hey, these guys may be in you know, BlackRock, FMR, Vanguard. These guys love to hang out together. You know, here's the deal with the analysts. They seem like they like the stock. Institutional ownership is strong, which is great. There's a lot of things that are fantastic about this company. My only drawbacks would be oil and gas. I think they're going to be around, right? But it's like, how long do you hold it? How long this? How long that? Just because, you know, a lot of people are trying to go green, EVs, stuff like that. So I think it's just so hard. Let's see here, and then this chart, you know, so the chart is really, I guess realistically, the chart is the only thing I don't like. Everything else seems pretty cool. Oh, let's check out their profit. See, and their profits are going backwards. You know, 223, it went up to 2.23, 2.63, and then down further. Granted, this was the pandemic, but you know, why they go down this year? They really went down some more. You know, and again, there's good things, there's bad things. This is why I want you to be good about it. You know, I want you to be happy with it. I want you to feel good about the stock. But my personal opinion, my friend, personal opinion. You know, good point. You know, Vanguard and BlackRock at the top, you know, here like this. I would probably look at it on, I like Market Beat, I believe it is. They have more updated. Let's take a look for you, my friend. I don't know why I'm being lazy. What is this ticker? SWN. Oh, I meant to look. Oh, I can do institutional ownership here. And we can see here 98%. So still solid. Looks like Q1. Look, there was some sell-off here in Q1. And let's see who is still the top percentage, or not percentage of portfolio shares held. BlackRock is still here. Oh, where is good old what's Vanguard? I don't know if I'm seeing Vanguard on here anymore. I wonder if they liquidated their position or they got out, which is interesting. I did a control F and I didn't see them. So let's look at the reporting date. Yeah, so this is pretty updated. So yeah, that's what's going on. Return to page. So yeah, I do like MarketBeat. I feel like they're the only one who actually updates their stuff, but they're like institutional ownership. Everywhere else is so hard to find. Oil transportation is where the money's at. Okay. Okay, let's look at Genius from my buddy Ramsey's over here. Genius Brands. Institutional ownership 5.83%. Genius Brands. So obviously a little bit of a peak here, kind of consolidated, but you know what? They look like they're on an upward trend. Let's look at this a little more microscopically, because holy smokes. And so yeah, a little bit of a bounce. Could be a, let's see. I'm sure they've probably found a bottom around here. Good little retracement, or very heavy, strong retracement, but I feel like it's still going to be okay. Hopefully, as long as they respect this level of support over here. I'm huge just drop here. I'm not sure if they found a bottom. Seems like they might have. At the very worst case, they probably would find a bottom around $1.50, $1.55, something like that. But yeah, so how do you find institutional ownership on a company? So Webull has it here. Unfortunately, you can see the date here is just not updated. So what I do is I go over to MarketBeat, and you can see here it's like updated. So you can see here the reporting date right here. The latest one was 4/5. And if you go to a lot of other websites, I don't know, they just don't seem to be updated. Maybe if you go to Fintel. And I can do institutional ownership, insiders. Nope, not insiders. It's, where's the institutional ownership? Ownership. Oh, institutional owners. And go down here. We could see, what is this? File date. You see, even I'm not seeing anything updated here for the file dates. This is updated. So here we go. You can see the file dates here. So yeah, it looks like this one is updated. But even then, it's all locked unless you pay for it, whereas these guys is like unlocked and free. So that's that. So taking a look back at Genius, I know it kind of left you hanging. So 5.83 institutional ownership. Looks like a lot of the analysts. Now again, granted, I take the analysts just with a grain of salt, because AMC it's like $2, so take that for what that is. But it's a little bit of a different situation, but that's okay. And for those of you who don't know what Genius Brands does, they're consumer cyclicals, media and publishing, entertainment production. The company provides entertaining and enriching content and products with a purpose for toddlers to tweens, which I do like, because I always give my infamous Baby Shark example, where kids will listen to Baby Shark over and over and over and over again. If you've ever been around a child, they will watch and they're watching a movie. They'll watch the same movie over and over and over again all day long. And I was hanging out with my nephews and my niece, and man, they'll watch the same movie. And it's like, okay, we just finished the movie. What do you want to watch now? And they say the same movie. And holy smokes, it was rough. But yeah, so that's what's going on here. The chart. Let's see what's going on with the chart. Let's look at this on the 6 month. Okay, so a little volatile here, but it looks like it is setting higher. Let's see, high. So it was high here, and then it retraced, and we saw a lot of companies do this. This is around January 27th, which is when the gamma squeeze happened. Now, as far as anything, don't say anything. Just point to where I should put my money. And so as you can see, we do have like an ascending level of support here. In a way, it's just going upwards. I don't want to draw a trend line because it really wouldn't look nice, but you can see that we're sitting, except for this part, you know, higher highs and higher lows. So it looks pretty good. And as it comes down, this actually might be a fantastic place to buy the dip if you are interested in this. Just technically looking, looks like it could be pretty good. So you just have to, you know, decide which way you think it's going to go. I think it could be pretty good, maybe a long-term hold. But if you look at this on a 1 year, what the heck happened back here? This is crazy. Man, the market is a weird place, huh? Destroy the movie by accident. Actually, what's funny is, yeah, whenever the kids, whenever they were trying to watch, it was like Baby Boss or Boss Baby, whatever it's called. And I tried to trick them. So I said, I like Zootopia. So I put on Zootopia and they were like, this isn't Baby Boss. And I was like, how do you know? But I don't know why I tried to trick I tried to trick them. And I don't know, wasn't a good trick. I got tricked. But that's that. So let's see what else we have going on. Okay, so that is that for this stock. I'm curious about what's going on. I want to record my video in a little bit. Let me take a sip of water. I'm curious what this is saying here, though. While I'm taking a sip of water, I just want to read this for just a second. So as I thought, this is impossible to read, per usual. Dale, I haven't been able to read this just yet. I just saw that it became available, so I am gonna have to take a little bit to take a look at it and read it. Oh, I got you with my yawn. I'm sorry. Now, just talking about it is gonna make me do it again. All right. Yo, Starlink or not, or Nokia. Starlink is very cool. I don't know, and this is my thing. So I don't know I like it for what it is. I appreciate what Elon is doing, and Elon, you know, here's the deal. Elon does a lot of crazy stuff, but you know what? I feel like Starlink is so important to Starlink. I think it's so important to, like, just for the world, you know what I mean? And that sounds so lame and cliche, but like to continue to progress the world. There are places that don't have like access to internet. Internet is such an important thing, guys, like to have. It's almost like hey, no problem, Jeremy. I'm glad that helped, buddy. So like internet is so important. Imagine what you would do without the internet. It would be so rough. And so and you know, I'm sure they want to sell this in the States, but if they can sell this, it's for like a military application to strengthen their connection, and it's super good and it helps them communicate overseas, blah, 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 then hey, that could be even better. But I don't know what'll actually happen with the Starlink. You know, a lot of different things can happen, a lot of different stuff, but I feel like it could be really, really, really good. Okay. And you know, especially if they can get some kind of military contract. I don't know what people do, but that's that. I like that. I like that one with the Fox Hustler. Yeah. That's Zootopia. Zootopia is so good, guys. If you haven't seen Zootopia, it's great. All right. You guys keep talking about it, and I keep doing it. So yes, I do like. I like this company for what they're doing. My question is, what is the... I feel like I don't know if the market is big enough. Like, none of us would most likely use Starlink. You know what I mean? Unless you're somewhere far or something. Now Baby Shark is in my head. Thanks. Sorry, Michelle. I'm sorry. So yes, I think that I just don't know. You know, how many people it could really help. I think it's great for people who are in super rural areas, can't get fast internet. It's hard to get internet, or maybe people traveling or something. It's hard to say, but I just don't know what the market is like for this. Whereas Nokia with and granted, all I really know about Nokia is like for their 5G and stuff, which is fantastic, guys. 5G is a big deal, especially if they got I think they got is it a UK contract or something to do that? So, not really sure. No, it's something big. Yeah, I mean, here's the deal. This is great. I appreciate what they're doing, but I just don't know how big the thing is, and granted, it's the speed is here, so 50 to 150, which is fantastic. That's actually not bad at all. I'd take 50 megs all day. I prefer 1,000, but I can't get 1,000 where I live. And number two, I got a deal for whatever I have. I forgot my internet speed, but I'm happy with my internet speed. So that is that. And then Nokia, all I really know is the 5G. And I think the 5G is going to be great. But again, it's just a little hard to speculate on exactly how that's all going to go. Contracts all over. See, and thank you, Sensory. So here, and this is exactly what I want to hear. Contracts all over the USA and Europe for Nokia. Okay. That's what you need to hear. And so that is great. It's a diamond play from Diamond Backhand. And so that's what I like to hear. You know what's going to happen with the company, and that can be great. I think, honestly, I do like both of them. It might be a fun experiment and you don't have to choose one. You can just divvy up your money and choose both and see which one does better. But you have to see. Yeah, the world is changing. I 100% agree. And I think both of these are innovative. I think they're both fantastic. And I like both of those stocks that you said. So both Nokia and Starlink. What I like about it is Elon is crazy. He'll find something to do with it. He'll do something like that. AT&T has fiber going in Chicago. Yeah, 1,000 megs. I know. I wish I could get fiber, but they don't have it in my area just yet. Infrastructure play, maybe. Yeah, I mean, good point. Very good point. I'm a fan. I like the stocks. I like the stocks. I like it for almost 2. Yeah. Excellent. Okay, so I'll tell you what, guys. I am actually going to end the stream in just a few minutes because I want to research this and get you guys out a video at a decent time this time. I was gonna release my video from yesterday. It just came out so late, and I wish it came out a little earlier. I felt a little bad. So I'm actually going to research this. I'm going to come out with the video. This way it comes out at a decent time before everyone's like asleep. And I think that'll be much better. And I just so happen to release my video from yesterday at the exact same time that Trey's Jordan Belfort thing released. So unfortunate timing on my end, but that's okay. So I'll leave you guys with that. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, taking the time. I always have a great time with you guys. I'll be here tomorrow morning per usual. And so be sure to hang out with me then. I'll leave you guys with my hanging out stream, my see you later stream. And yeah, again, thank you guys for hanging out with me. It's so much fun. If you're new here, welcome. Welcome to the good time. Yes, Nokia was one of the stocks being shorted. It may still be heavily shorted. I haven't really been following Nokia too much, but I do remember it was part of that list, and they were also one of the stocks that people didn't allow the trading on, like Robinhood and stuff. So anyways, that's what I have for you guys. I'm going to do some research on this and make a video for you guys tonight. Olive didn't show, which is a big surprise, a very, very big surprise. Olive has been here all the time. He was actually one of the people who I did want to mod today, and that's okay. I will get him next time because he's also in the Discord, kind of giving me some good insider information on the Discord. So I think it's the first show he's ever missed. See you, Michelle. You have a good night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, you guys have a good night. Peace.